Sit back. Put my shit back on this fucking porch. Yeah. I saw you when you got out the motherfucking car. You tried it. Put my shit back on this motherfucking porch.
Sure.
You done lost your motherfucking mind. You done come up on my shit and took my shit.
You got it.
You lucky.
You got it.
You lucky.
You got it.
Motherfucker. You see this motherfucker just tried to take the car?
Guys text you, did you take the plan B? No. I forgot.
Oh, I forgot. My music was not even played. I apologize, guys. I did not know my music was playing all the time. Damn. Oh well. Y'all get the drill. Welcome to another session here on Chaos Rain channel. I am known as Chaos Rain here. Today. Let me just see if I had like a real roadcaster. This would probably eliminate most of my problems, but you live and learn. For those that is gonna be new to the channel, you know how to subscribe to the Chaos Rain channel. You hit that red button and you hit that top, not the middle, not the lower, that top notification bell when I go live or I have put uploads in the Chaos Rain channel. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Chaos Rain 7, number 7 actually, and add me on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. Would y'all mind, or do you care if I put it in the chat room? I shall will. Give me 1 second. And let me just put this in caps. And please share this stream as well. Sharing is caring, like always. And do so kindly to support the channel, if you may. And I'm going to find my links on Facebook because I will put it. Actually, let me put my Twitter first because I am active on Twitter. So let me find the profile of Twitter. You can add me on Twitter. And I forgot, I have a Discord service now. If you want to join Discord, go to the About section on my YouTube page. It should be available. I open up for those who want to join Discord. That's my Twitter. And let me find the one on Facebook where I'm at. Let's see. Where am I on Facebook? All right. Make it easy for people that, want to find me or want to follow me. Links are here now. I put them in now so that way you know where to find me. So there's no holds bars. And when you go back to the replay, you'll find all the information needed. Okay, I think I gave all the links. Let me move this to the curve because I have so many windows open. And there's some things I'm gonna give my take. And let me see. I didn't see nobody hit the like button. Come on, guys. Y'all could debate. If y'all coming into the stream, just hit the like button. Likes are free. Last time I checked, I don't think it's gonna cost people much money. I could be wrong, but likes are free last time I checked. So if you do so kindly, hit that like button, please. Hit that like button and support a man like myself out. I do take time out of my day to make this content. It's time consuming. It takes a lot of effort, but nonetheless, I do it in the respect of what I do. So those are links. Let me pin this up. All right. Okay. And I might just do a poll eventually. I've laid off on the polls because normally when I get more people on here watching it, I'll probably will put some polls out here to get y'all take on the whole stream, the video, or whatever, and we'll sum it up to see which wins. Now, okay. Oh, let me close some windows. Okay, there we go. All right, so everything's good. So we could get this thing started. Today's stream, this is the special chaos, or I like call a unique chaos after our stream. And the focus of today is going to be a reaction, my take on certain episodes that's been taking place through social media, YouTube, etc. And one thing I find interesting is this topic between foreign blacks and Foundation Black Americans. Now, as you know, there's not much of a difference between the two. The only thing that's different is the landmass. As you know, people that's born in America and not born in America, that's the only thing that separates foreign blacks and Black Americans per se. But let's be honest here. This divide and conquer was always strategically orchestrated for other groups of men for the purpose of, keeping us separate and divided, rather in a good or bad way. I think it's for both. But nonetheless, that when people come from another country and come to America and like to flaunt whatever resource or whatever they so-called bring to America, it's kind of an insult to Americans here, personally. And I think the role of any American, and like most people must understand, you have to push back on any foreign person that feels that they're better than people that's been here and built America for the last couple hundred years. It is the role of you, of us as Black people in America, personally, to not let no foreign person feel that what the white man has put out here in regards their view of us as a people as negative, bad, to the point where, let's be honest, they think that when they do things that puts bodily harms to Black people, systematically or physically, it is not in a case where people that's not been here who sympathize or has a certain understanding why Black people move the way they do, and that's not their fault, but it is our responsibility to correct it, to sit this shit on us in a so fashion that being Black in America is bad, and that they feel because they're not one of us, they must separate and feel said, I'm not those type of niggas, so you can't put me in that same box. Oh, yes, we could. As you know, the immigrant that got killed in some state that's, I think it's from Africa, by a cop, if y'all been paying attention, I'm not sure if he's getting prosecuted because he did pull out his weapon and, execute the brother. But nonetheless, you, or I say people that's not from America or first time generation Americans, you are having your rude awakening to what is already here and what is to come. So keep talking your crap about Black people in America. But nonetheless, I'm going to run the tape. I'm not going to do too much ranting. I'm giving my take. You're going to hear the people that was on this panel. They're going to say their names here and there. And I give my little intake about the situation. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this broadcast, but nonetheless, we're going to get our reactions. I want you to pay attention very closely. And there is someone that's go by name of another person named Chaos out there, but he is something that is more, I would say, surprise, more chaotic than me. But nonetheless, you be the judge as you listen closely. Let's run that tape.
All they got to do is say, yes, I went to school with chaotic, and yes, I'm telling you, there were raids with them white boys, and they were getting busted on campus.
Do you identify as Black?
Ma'am, I identify not only as Black, but I take offense to your tone and your question. I'm not only am I Black, ma'am, I'm pro-Black.
Ooh.
Now, as you know, the man go by name Mr. Truth said that he is pro-Black. Now, if y'all not been paying attention, this so-called brother has been sticking his nose on a lot of spaces here on YouTube. When he was sticking his face in certain parts of the master, some possibly maybe in B1, maybe, and some other weird places where you see him pop up. And I think it pops up just to, I guess, grow following. Because really, true, I don't subscribe to the brother, but okay. But nonetheless, he's doing like most cats out here, trying to make a name of himself. So the best way he does it, he likes to bounce around. Nothing's wrong with it, but make sure when you bounce around, you bring some tangible to the table and don't bring some pseudo nonsense. Let's keep going.
Oh, he should have been on last week's show when we talked about pro-black.
But I find this question to be funny because you're trying to imply that I'm pro-white when in fact everybody on this panel.
I'm not implying it.
Now, Aaron, come on, brother. You should know better than that. I do not sound nothing like this man. This man sounds like Carlton Banks. He is as white as snow, ironically, in his tone and his voice. Me, I sound a little bit more kosher. I sound more smashing. Anyway.
Anything, I asked you a question. Don't tell me what I'm implying. I asked you a question.
Okay, then what's your second question?
Based on your rhetoric, do you identify as any of the things that you said black people do?
All black people aren't what I'm saying happens. These things do happen.
Sir, do you identify with the things that you say black people do? All of the things that you say.
No,
okay.
Everything I'm saying no. So what are you talking about?
So then, are you then saying that black people aren't a monolith?
Ma'am.
Answer the question, sir.
We make up.
Very intelligent, sir. Please, that's a yes or no question.
Ma'am.
Are you saying that?
No. There's no monolith. But what I will say.
That's all I want to know.
Now, this Mr. Truth said we are not a monolith. But everywhere you go as a black person, you're looked by others and judged by others in that monolith box. They do not separate you from the other pack of Negroes out here, unfortunately. And the gaslight you're hearing from this gentleman is astonishing, in my opinion. Very astonishing. But he sounds just like the worst thing, like these chicks out here that gaslight on a lot of things. But let's keep going.
Black men make up 3% of the U.S. population and commit half the fucking murders. So if I'm saying that, hey man, maybe there might be a problem with violence in the black man's, maybe it might be a problem with black men in terms of violence. But you can't sit up here and say that, oh, you're being toxic. Are you a murderer? Are you like this? Why can't I bring that point up?
Hey, chaotic.
Hey,
Hold on, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
I'm gonna go to a white town. I'm out of here.
Hey,
What's going on? Say welcome to the show. What you got?
how y'all doing?
Hey.
Hi, Six.
Hey,
Who's that?
I have a quick question. I have a question.
I as you listen, you'll hear some names. I'm not naming names besides ones that name them their names themselves. So listen closely, just for context, as I, give this so-called breakdown and my ways and solutions to the lovely ladies that will be participating in these weirdo circles of panels.
For the brother on the end, what is his name?
It's chaotic.
Chaos.
Where are your parents from?
I you know what? I'm so tired of answering that question.
What was that, Mr. Truth? Let me rewind that back.
That's a private question. You know what? I'm so tired of answering that question.
No.
From.
All right. Sorry, guys.
What is his name?
It's chaotic.
Chaos.
Where are your parents from?
You know what? I'm so tired of answering that question. That's a private question.
That's not a private question, nigga. Where are your parents from? That's a simple question. It's a very much simple. It's transparent. Now, you know, gentlemen, we all know that when we ask or given a direct question, that needs what we call a direct response. It's not something that's going to be hurtful, especially when we talk about origins. And I can't remember from the panels from this that was a part of last year, if anybody asked him that personally. Oh, hey, Rainy Woman. I see in the chat room. Good evening. My biggest issue is this, that why this is a difficult question. I mean, personally, y'all know how I speak, and I talk very annoying. But I do respect black people, nonetheless. But if you listen to the context of this roundtable, I like to call it, this dude was saying some very ill things about black people and negativities about black people. So when the woman like this goddess asked him a very simple question, that deserves a direct answer for a purpose, nonetheless, a reason why she asked that. But let's keep going.
I'm so tired of answering that question because
why are you tired of answering it? I've asked it to you one time. I'm tired of
everybody asking me that question. What does that question mean anyway?
It means a lot. Okay, I'm just simply asking what is your background? I don't understand.
Okay. They're from Japan. Okay, now what's the next question?
Okay, so if your parents are from Japan,
they're not from Japan, but go ahead. If they were, what's the question?
Why are you defensive? And I've asked you one question.
Because I get that question so many times on black panels.
Why do you?
Now, why is this a problem or offense if you're not born and raised in America, or you are first generation America? A person asked that question. And like I said before, there's a lot of gaslighting throughout this whole conversation. And as y'all listen, and because I might do 2 parts to this, maybe, depending how long I go through this, that there has to be a real intentions of why this set man didn't want to answer that question. I get why Six asked the question, perfectly why she asked it, but for a man to sit there and get so emotional, getting his fifis, is giving the vibe of very much a female-ish type of nature this dude is giving off. He sounds like he's a sissy, a funny man, or whatever you want to call it. Let's keep going.
I think that black people ask you that question.
I have no idea why. You know what? This is what I love about white people. They don't infringe upon my rights. I'm going to
interrupt you right there because
I know because that's what black people do.
One thing that I do know is that your parents are definitely not from America. So this is the problem that I'm having. I would not go to your country and try to tell you what it is and what it is not. If we are here, we've been here our whole lives, our parents are here. You cannot now come here and then say and gaslight us and say that
you wouldn't walk down the back alley
and that we're behind you. Keep it real. And that we don't get mistreated in the justice system. You wouldn't walk down the back alley. You had a job at a courthouse. It just is unintelligent and it's disingenuous.
You would not walk down the back alley with 2 Negroes behind you. Stop.
Hold on. Now, let's talk logic.
Ma'am, you would not walk down a back alley with 2 black men behind you. You know it. You don't live around black people. You live live on a cul-de-sac in a suburb. You don't live around black people.
You are extremely
you drive
emotional.
A white.
Why?
Now, look at the energy, this unnecessariness this man's giving off over a simple question. Now, ladies, I hope you taking notes and pen and paper and learning well. including to you fellas. Anytime you've come across any black person, whether dark skin, light skin, whatever, and he gives off any vibes of negativity towards other black people for whatever good reason, you should be asked a simple question. You ask them where they're from. You ask them where their parents from. Origin, really. And if they really give it, you want to ask more detail. And doing this, you want to see how much, in regards engaging the atmosphere and the temperature of what answer they'll give you, if they give you any answer. Because it's proven evident that you're giving off certain anti-rhetoric or white supremacist rhetoric. Rather, most black people don't want to believe that, but it is. Because that's what they said. Black people are more violent than everybody else. Most violence they talk about on the average, and y'all notice, is black people are violent in Chicago. Which, Chicago is a little city region in America, and I'm not sure why that state alone is where the most violence black people are conducting. But, I digress.
Are you so emotional right now?
Why,
Like,
this
are you
emotion
saying
that
that
you go to my country? I'm American.
Is indicating a bigger problem that you have. What is it that you are trying to fight or convince us of right now?
Okay, Lapeef, can we do it like this? Can we just do...
Thank you.
She asked a question, then I answer, and then I answer a question. Can we do it just like that for a minute, Lapeef?
Well, honestly, I didn't come here to necessarily have a direct dialogue.
Can I answer your first question?
I think we've heard
enough. Can I answer your...
Get your mindset. The point is this.
It's fascinating that you go on black panels, they ask you a fucking question and you can't give the answer. This is a problem in the black community. The only people who restrict my freedom of speech is
Carlton Banks.
It's not
Carlton Banks.
It's not Asian
people. You need to
black
calm down.
People, particularly black women.
Your pocket protector is in a bunch.
You niggas commit a lot of crimes and you know it. You are single mothers and you know it.
Are
now, this dude is now getting annoying and sounding really dumb right now. Guys, we know you niggas commit violence. You know you are many single mothers. You do not sit your no good raggedy ass down. You are giving an emotional outburst. Some fuck free over origin of where you're from. Now, mind you, no man could be on my panel and do this shit. I would say, yo, you're going to have to tone that down, bro. You're going to have to call. I'm going to say good night. No person can come on my panel and do that dumb shit. And my panels or I have around me are very small. Can't be over emotional because a woman asks you a simple question, or any man or any person asks you a question. Either you're going to answer or not. Don't be tip-loading tulips and all that nonsense. Let me read some comments. All right. It is safe to assume the brother is from Nigeria. I have to admit that annoying sister had a point in questioning him. Dude deserves to get dragged from talking greasy about ADOS. They are calling us Akata. And I gotta find the definition of Akata because I think they said that it means wildcat. And it lets you know that the reason why people that's not from America, that's black, foreign blacks come here and they being very disrespectful to ADOS black Americans is because black Americans is not putting their foot across their ass. Yes, I have to say it. There should be consequence for any black person that's not here really shitting on black people in America. And because of black people in America, they're the ones that give you... No, I'll scratch it. Black America is the one that really perpetuates civilization for the last couple of centuries. Even to now, they're still being innovators to how the world is shaped and molded by what black people do in America, especially this black man in America. Y'all know the saying, the black man turn his hat backwards. Everybody else do it. They don't know why, but they do it. Same with the ladies. The ladies wear the fake hair. Now you know some fucking women in Africa now wearing fucking fake hair. We're the innovators and creations of things that people indulge and consume today. You step outside your neighborhood and go to another country, and you're a person. They will recognize you as American because of your vernacular, your movement. They will look at you at admiration and excitement to know saying you have the potential of when they see royalty and they see greatness. And it's something that they don't tell you this, but it's true. Let me see what's the next question. Yeah. And trust me, if it doesn't happen, it's eventually going to happen. Joe, average brother. But let's keep going on because I want to go for or move forward in this tape.
And park your car in the hood and keep that door unlocked because you know a nigga will take the damn car.
I'm not gonna put you in a locker. I know you have PTSD.
You gotta go on mute. We need to stop
I'm not gonna take your lunch money and your pocket protector.
We need
is
to
in
stop
a
pretending here
childhood
like
trauma just made an appearance.
Carlton, I don't know what happened to you as a kid, but you are safe here. Nobody is going to take your lunch money here. No one's going to put you in a locker. Oh my God, are you having a breakdown?
Pretending that you're so black.
Oh my God.
You don't like niggas just as much as I don't like niggas. Just as much as Divine don't like niggas.
Why are you here?
Niggas on this show. You don't live in the hood.
Oh my God.
Show us your hood right now. I bet you go outside of the cul-de-sac and you got a 12-bedroom house.
You know, I'm really glad that you're exposing your true feelings because everything you said has really come down to what you're saying
now.
Show us
your BMW. You are not no hood chick. You speak intelligently. You are educated. You know damn well a lot of crime happens in the black neighborhood. You don't live around niggas.
Are you
finished? I do for the black community. Anybody does. I taught in a public school. How dare you disrespect me and ask me where my family's from?
This is very unbecoming of you as a man. You need to gather yourself, please. This is not
live in the damn. You don't live in the inner city.
I thought you said you were a gentleman.
Why is very
yourself like this to women?
And he feels disrespected because Six asked where
his
family. I literally came on here and did not say anything to you.
I just don't understand.
You're a camera on, Six the Goddess. Show us the hood you live in. Show us all your ghetto gang banging friends right now.
Why do you have so much
you don't live around niggas. Your next door neighbor's a neurosurgeon. Stop lying. Stop capping. Like,
you know, what's it? The other definition is meant wild animal. Yeah, wild animal, and that's kind of offensive. It's kind of disrespectful. So if black people in America are wild animals, what makes the African? See, you guys got to start throwing questions. Say, if I'm a wild animal here in America, what that makes your black ass? A pussycat? Because let's be honest, and this is going to sound hurtful. Majority of people that live in the third world or other part of the nation, they're runaways. They constantly make the effort to run away. To come to America to really participate in this consumption, but has nothing to show to really build anything back at their home place. And one thing is respectful for black people in America. At least they're not going to run away from their problems yet. But I can't speak for the generation that's generation millennials and Gen Zs and possibly millennial Ys are the ones that's going to eventually be that group or set group of people, men and women, that's going to start potentially, that's ADOS, leave America. And the reason why I say is because throughout the histories, too many people that from different parts of the country have left their hometown, the city, or wherever out in Africa, Barbados, Trinidad, Jamaica, even South America, even Australia, that are black, to come over here just to have the American dream, live that illusion of a better life, but don't have nothing to show to build back in their home countries. And if y'all recall, Cerulean did content over this of why most people that's black outside America are able to come here with something, not nothing, because of foreign aid. Now I don't know which broadcast Cerulean did, but he did countless videos on this, in-depth videos. So the person like KR Troop that's doing his little stupid little bullshit rant over another black woman is very telling. Talking about what she will not do. Fuck what the fuck she doing. We talking about you. Why are you having this tantrum of origin of where your family or where you come from? What are you hiding? I think most black people need to ask these questions to these foreign blacks. Matter of fact, it's so bad now that black people are being replaced. And they're being replaced by lighter hue mulattoes and foreign blacks. That's why they'll sit there, come in these spaces, run their talking points and all this nonsense, and still reap the rewards and benefits that black people have built in America. And that's going to have to eventually have to change. Let me do this. I'm gonna keep running the tape because I have to run this. So let me keep running the tape.
Grown man. What is? Are you okay?
We've all been to your Instagram now, Ryan. You live in a mansion. You live in a 12.
Oh, you've been on my Instagram.
Okay.
Fix, I cannot stand you, sis. I can't stand you.
Sorry, I had to.
All right, let's keep going, guys.
I see wings.
I think that he's having flashbacks.
Oh, what's good, Queen of Virtue? Oh, Queen, I know you're not ready to jump on these panels, even my panel. But if you would love, I would like your take on this. If you want me to drop you a link, please hit me on Facebook if you can. But let's keep going. Today we
from high school.
Something
he's having some kind of memory come back.
Ma'am, you don't know anything about me, ma'am.
You need treatment for PTSD, and I'm being serious, Carlton.
All I know is this: you're caping and you're lying.
Listen, Carlton, I've come on here and I have not been able to say 10 words, Mr. Banks. I asked you one question.
You don't live there,
and you are losing your mind.
You don't drive a hoopty. You're lying. You drive a BMW.
Oh my God.
Show us your car.
Everyone, let's just let Carlton finish.
Show me your car.
Your pocket protector is sliding out of your jacket.
Show us
you need to straighten your pocket protector and retighten your suspenders. They're falling off of your shoulder. And your tidy whities are in a bunch. You need to pull them out of your ass crack. There are no lockers around. You are safe here. We're not taking your lunch money. Breathe in, breathe out, please, sir. You are about to pop a blood vessel. And I know that you're not from America by your hairline. I know for a fact. That hairline is a non-FBA hairline. I don't know why I asked you. That hairline says it all.
That hairline, yada, yada, yada. You live in a man.
So I knew from day you're definitely not American. Okay?
Oh, man.
I wouldn't put that as non-American.
You came from
Chaotic. Where are you from?
I hate you. I hate you. Goddamn, hold on.
Well, at least one brother makes a conscious effort to restore order. I mean, it's getting really, it's turned into a shit show, to be honest with you. Let me read Aaron Kahn says. Many Africans come to America with a certain disdain towards ADOS in the first place, but as soon as the shit hits the fan in their lives, they want us to stand up for them. Well, I'll go in further, Aaron. What happened to the African dude that got killed by the or deleted by the OnlyFans chick? They want the black community to stand up for him, and he was making colorist remarks. Now, mind you, he was a young dude at the time. He was in his 20s when he started making these little bullshit remarks, or actually 18 years of age, because he was supposed to turn 28 this year, but he lost his life at 27. So when those tweets came out, he was 18 years old back 10 years ago. But still, nonetheless, he's no longer here. Just like the other guy from another country that got ousted by the police officer. The point is this: these dudes, these females, want to act. They'll act as though they're from, or they are from their homeland all day, every day, what they want. But once something happens to them in this country, they want the whole community, including ADOS, to sit there rally for them to get justice. And I'm not saying that black people shouldn't, but we gotta be honest. You can't shit on people that build the house that you stand on. That's like somebody coming to your house with their dirty fucking shoes and then walking up to your place all over your nice carpet and shit up where you keep clean, and you don't run this bastard out your fuck house. There has to be some standards that ADOS people need to start setting for a lot of these foundation blacks or foreign blacks. But let's keep going on. Let me see. Other people wrote some comments. This guy gives us educated, lame, and bad names. Yeah, he does. Is that the character situation, Aaron? Like I said, listen in and you will hear for yourself, Queen Virtue. He is unstable. Now, they say this man is married with wife. So how is a man that's married with wife acting so unstable? I wonder if his wife is even black. Can we give a poll to who wants to do a poll on this to see if Chaotic Truth? No, I ain't gonna buy a poll. All right, he's already got himself exposed already. I put him in the title, so y'all can listen for yourself. Let's keep going. Certain people just don't give no attention, but I ain't gonna give much attention to that nigga than he already getting.
He's having a post-traumatic breakdown.
Ma'am, hold on, ma'am. I just got one thing, so we can at least get some of this conversation. What did he say that was incorrect? So now he can address it.
Okay. Like I said, I did not come on here to have a direct dialogue with him. Okay. I came on here to simply join the conversation in totality. Now, what I was asking when this conversation started is, what is our goal here? Is our goal here to say that Black people commit more crimes or that white people don't commit crimes? Are we here to try to say that white people treat each other better than Black people treat one another? My first question, because I've come in kind of late, is what is the real goal and intention here? With everything being said, are we trying to say that as long as Black people commit crimes against each other, that we are doing worse than white people are? Is the goal here to say that until we completely stop committing crimes, that we cannot complain? What is the goal?
Ada, you like?
Well, I'll tell you the goal is to keep pointing the fingers and saying niggas ain't shit. Yes, I said it. Niggas ain't shit. That's the goal of this conversation. And like I said before, to most Black people, you must relinquish yourself from non-progressive conversations. We have these conversations daily, every day. It gets redundant. It gets boring. It gets stupid. It gets dumb as fuck. But nonetheless, we have these conversations nonetheless. And I tell you personally, you're going to have to stop having these useless conversations. I get tired constantly of hearing about the Black on Black violence of Black people in America. And then it equates to Black men most of the violence. And Black men do commit violence like every other man. And my thing is this. These people think in the world you live in today, there's never going to be no violence at all. You live in a la land. You live in a fairy tale land. Wherever you are positioned in certain cities, some regions across the country. If there are millions of people, there's going to be a ratio of some form of violence, which could possibly lead to injury or death. That's the way how life works. That's the nature of things. Let me see what. Got a message. Hold on, guys. So we're going to keep going.
It's like 80 questions in there, baby.
She all she did was ask him where his parents were from, and he just. I just want to know where your parents are from.
No, but look, see, that's why I say we're adults. We don't attack the facts. His parents don't have nothing to do with his.
No, if we are speaking on the American justice system and his background is not American, yes, that is factual, and yes, that is a factor in this conversation.
To get her off.
If I am not, if he is from Ghana and I'm not Ghanaian, I cannot go on his panel and speak to him about the Ghanaian justice system. I'm not from there. So me asking where he's from is actually a valid question.
You have experienced that system. He experienced the American system.
Experiencing a system and coming from generations to generations from a country is a totally different experience.
It's clear as day.
And the reality is he knows it makes a difference. He knows it makes a difference. And do you know how I know that he knows it makes a difference? Because he won't answer the question.
Get this woman off the panel. She is everything was wrong with the black community.
No.
Now, see right there. That's a problem. Here's why. Not only you're not telling your origin, who you are, but you seem like you are posing your will and authority into another space which is controlled by black people in America, ADOS. Ironically, last time I checked, most of the people that's on here is ADOS. Could be wrong. To give orders to tell who should be on off the page. And this is where the problem is for a lot of us. No man or woman that's a guest going to tell the person that runs the house what to do in their panel or who they should stay and go. Anytime a person makes that declaration, they should immediately be booted off the platform. Personally. Let's keep going.
You are everything that is wrong. Because it is 100%
why this about black people? Why that?
On.
I bet you don't live in the hood around these so-called black people that you're taking up for. I bet you get the hell out. I bet you don't live around them.
You don't know me at all.
Right now.
We are speaking about the facts right now.
I bet you
know nothing about me. You think that because I can articulate that I'm not from the hood and that I'm rich and live in America.
I bet you don't live.
You don't know anything about my background or where I live.
You don't have any relations with those people you're talking about. I do, because I was a school teacher. I taught in the public schools for over a decade.
I would never let you teach my child.
Fuck your credentials and fuck where you taught as a teacher. We talk about black people as a whole. Because you've been in the school system for over a decade does not give you the authority or legit reasons to be shitting on black people. Matter of fact, you should have more respect for fucking black people because you know what black children are going through. And this is the problem. This is the arrogance. But then again, like I said, most of our people accept this type of bullshit from people that's not from here. And I look at KR Troop as one of those distractions, those trolls that come around here just to cause the tension amongst the people. Because when I hear him say there's nothing really true about or anything logic he brings to the table, personally. When I see character, I see another person that comes around and try and pose as a black American, unfortunately, and think he has the authority to sit there and say, I'm black, I should have a say. No, you go over there, sir. You take your shit over there. Anyway, let's keep going.
What school did you teach at? So we never ever.
No. You hold on, because you don't live around these people that you're trying to take
until you recover from this PTSD attack you're having. I'm not talking to you any further.
Prove it now.
I am no longer giving you consent to speak to me because you are aggressive and you are emotional and you are having a mental breakdown, and you are scaring me, sir. I'm scared. Please stop talking to me, and I do not give you consent to
get out of here. Then you don't want to hear me. Get out.
No, I don't have to get out. JR said I can be here. This is not your panel. You cannot kick me out.
Get her out.
Do not speak to me anymore. You are too.
No. You disrespect.
So if this is the case, Ms. Goddess, why is JR not controlling this panel? Now, I tell you many times, and mind she did content over this the next day over this, and I'm thinking that if these people, how they carry themselves as class and they run a very well-structured broadcast, there should be more better order. You think there should be more order. But to have this foreigner, this so-called invader, or this so-called, I don't know where he pops up, come on and shit on the platform is very telling to me. It is very telling. And I think these cats do it for clicks and views. That's why I let it keep going on, personally, in my opinion. That's how I'm seeing it.
Respected me first. You asked me about my parents.
I did not disrespect you, sir. Stop lying.
How was that disrespectful?
I did not disrespect you at all. Do not speak to me any further. You are being aggressive to me. I am a woman. You are being an aggressive. You are being an aggressive black man.
I got you.
No, I ain't about being a black man.
I got you. Wait, hold on, Chaotic.
Get her out of here.
6 is staying. JR is controlling from behind the scenes. So now we're gonna move to Scam Likely. Scam, welcome to the panel. 6, you're free to stay. We're good.
Oh, I know I'm free to stay. Carlton Banks cannot kick me off.
Ma'am, 6. I'm already mad.
I didn't defend her. I didn't talk about her.
Wait, hold on.
The reality is this. This is the reality. This is what it all comes down to.
Call him a name, call you. You're a single mother. How about that?
Okay, this is what it all comes down to. Okay, thank you. This is what it all comes down to. What it all comes down to is that every crime. Can you shut up? Every crime that is committed is always a crime of proximity.
Show me your wedding ring, ma'am.
Sir, show me your birth certificate.
We're gonna be in the same room with this woman.
Show me your passport.
You got going for yourself if you're tall. That's it.
I mean, clearly you've been stalking me. You know everything about me. You know I got a baby. You know I'm tall. You know my Instagram. You love me. You be on my page every day. Clearly. I don't know you. I've never heard of you in my life. Meanwhile, you're looking at my pictures every day. You know how tall I am. You know where I live. You love.
You know, 6 guys is pretty tall. Any woman that's over the I think height 5'8" and above, that's considered Amazon height. Which nothing's wrong with a tall woman as long as you look good. You look cute, sexy, and your body's nice and slim or slim thick. You can get away with it. But if you're tall and you don't look attractive in the face and you don't keep your body up to par, you got props, especially in this society. Because most dudes overall don't want no taller woman, unfortunately.
Am I the kind of black women that said no to dating you in high school, and that's why the minute I came on this panel, you attacked me? That's what it is. Black girls like me never gave it the time of day. So that's why the minute I came on here and asked you one question, you went into a post-traumatic breakdown. I'm sorry. So my point that I wanted to make when I came on here.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Rilla.
1 second. I'm just saying 1 second. We're gonna let you finish, and then
well,
we're gonna
Rilla, I just want to make my point. I really haven't been able to really speak as I got on here. I have triggered. Chaotic is the right name for him. I'm really sorry that women like me never decided to date you, but I never knew you. I'm sorry. I didn't know you. I really apologize.
I ain't gonna lie, he is living up to the name Chaotic. Now the truth ain't nothing truth with this nigga. This nigga is more like the lie and the lie of the devil. The devil told him to do it. There's no good lying ass though. And I remember, I'll tell y'all a short story. This is the same nigga that up here talking about black people are monkeys and believing that I guess ape theory and all that shit. Tell you, we got some weirdos in the space.
Apologize.
No, it's all good.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask for this.
Six.
Get
I'm
her
gonna let
out
you
of here.
finish your point. Chaotic. I'm gonna ask you to stand down.
All right.
Respectfully.
I'm going to
He's gonna finish her point, and then we're gonna move to Scam, and then we're gonna move to Jay Prince.
Submit to that man.
Respect. T. I'm gonna put you in timeout, T. Okay. Six is gonna finish her point. Then we're gonna move to Scam, and then we're gonna move to Jay Prince. Go ahead, Six.
Okay, so what it all comes down to is this: crime in general. 70% of crimes committed by any person of any race are committed against their own race. I remember when I was shopping for a Jeep Wrangler, the minute that I decided I was in the market for the Wrangler, all I started noticing was Jeep Wranglers on the road because I was specifically looking for this car. Now, all of a sudden, it seemed like I saw them everywhere. The way that this system goes is this. The police are nothing but an evolved form of a slave catcher. So this means that they are predisposed to seek out and capture Black people. This is the foundation that they are built on. Now, this is factual.
Wait. What the six of guys just said? What she just said? Let's rewind it back. Hold on.
Has been studies on this. That I wanted here.
I'm sorry.
Can
you imagine?
Yes, Rilla.
1 second. I'm just saying 1 second. We're gonna let you finish, and then we're gonna
Rilla, I just want to make my point. I really haven't been able to really speak since I got on here because I have triggered. Chaotic is the right name for him. I'm really sorry that women like me never decided to date you, but I never knew you. I'm sorry. I didn't know you. I really apologize.
No, it's all good.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask for this.
Six.
Get her out of here.
Finish your point. Chaotic. I'm gonna ask you to stand down. Respectfully. He's gonna finish her point, and then we're gonna move to Scam, and then we're gonna move to Jay Prince.
Submit to that man.
Respect. T. I'm gonna put you in timeout, T. Okay. Six is gonna finish her point. Then we're gonna move to Scam, and then we're gonna move to Jay Prince. Go ahead, Six.
Okay, so what it all comes down to is this: crime in general. 70% of crimes committed by any person of any race are committed against their own race.
Go ahead, Six.
Okay, so what it all comes down to is this: crime in general. 70% of crimes committed by any person of any race are committed against their own race. General. 70% of crimes committed by any person of any race are committed against their own race. Crime in general. 70% of crimes committed by any person of any race are committed against their own race.
Let me read the comments. I'm gonna let that sink in. When white people ask me, what about black on black crime? My response is, how does black on black crime affect you? They usually shut the fuck up after that. Exactly. Yep. People actually watch Six for femininity advice. Homegirl is mad combative. She needs to shut up and let dudes have the last word. Okay. And we reached the 1 hour apex of things. Let me do this. I gotta do this. Now, how is it this woman has a clear understanding of crime and total in regards to other people, other groups, that is done more than 50%? You can't have this conversation with certain Negroes. How you doing, Gail Knight? The #1 mod in the YouTube streets. I will drop the link here for ladies and men to come above come up if you want or choose to. I am doing the recap and breakdown the first half of this. I think this is something to really examine, personally. Not offending me. Find my. Make sure I get my other good friend. Where is he? Okay. All right, let's find this. Let me put this here. Matter of fact, I'll probably give Shadow one more shot and contact him. But before I continue running this, let me see, because I did hit him up earlier. I'm not sure he'll come up, but this is somewhat important. Let me see. I'm going to try it one more time. And she said some other things that these cats or ladies not really conceptualizing listening. Hello? Hey, what's good, Shadow? Can you hear me good now?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. What's going down?
What's good? Hey, I'm doing this recap of this particular stream that's been floating around of the foreign blacks and the ADOS blacks. And one of the things with this conversation in regards to how violent, how bad we are as people, and you always hear it from black people, quote unquote, reiterating either white supremacist talking points or just in general. And I think that because America, the only thing that's hurt America or the violence or the predators is mostly black people. And you hear it from other fucking dumb fucking niggas. You get me?
Video, somebody doing that shit or something?
I mean, I'm running something that's somewhat of the video, but really true, I was just looking at and I heard it more than once. And I had to sit there, find it, and listen to it for myself. So I'm live right now with the people, so that's why I was calling. Let you know. I mean, you don't have to give it a take now because you have to sit there and listen to it. But let me keep playing on. I'll probably hit you a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you want to join, that's option. But let me continue on doing. That's Share Star Game.
All right, just a bit, man. I'm wrapping up this car wash. I'll try to jump on, man, as soon as I get done over here.
All right, cool. All right. Let's continue, guys. And Gail Knight's here, and I see Queen Virtue. Let's keep going.
I remember when I was shopping for a Jeep Wrangler, the minute that I decided I was in the market for the Wrangler, all I started noticing was Jeep Wranglers on the road because I was specifically looking for this car. Now, all of a sudden, it seemed like I saw them everywhere. The way that this system goes is this. The police are nothing but an evolved form of a slave catcher. So this means that they are predisposed to seek out and capture Black people. This is the foundation that they are built on. Now, this is factual. There has been studies on this. I can pull receipts on this if you would like, that Black people are simply more likely to be looked to be committing a crime. If you go looking for something, you will always find it. Look at this most recent interaction that we're talking about with the Courtney Taylor and Christian Abumseli. Courtney Taylor will not go into the books as a murderer. So does this mean that white people murder?
Like I said, I'm not sure if that's going to be factual, but we shall see. We shall see. In my opinion, I think people that's not born in America or foreign blacks, they might have an edge in regards to getting maybe some sense of justice. And I say some sense. I think you remember Bope John when he got killed in Dallas, Texas, or some part of Texas by Amber Geiger. She eventually did serve some time in jail. Now, in regards to this brother here that got killed by his white girlfriend, OnlyFans girlfriend, she had to go out way to plead insanity. For what reason? There's a reason why she did it. Because they know that you can't go around stabbing somebody in self-defense. Because they're going to look at the evidence and look at the scenario and have questions if was this justified. which really wasn't. So let's keep going.
Treat each other less than we do? No, it simply means that white people, due to the system, their crimes are not registered the same way ours would be registered. It is not about what is actually happening in real life. It's about what is reported. It is factual that white people are able to commit crimes and not even be arrested for them, not even be charged for them. There will always be instances where a Black person may commit a crime and maybe they will not be charged, but it is a very rare occurrence. To sit and say that as long as Black people commit crimes against each other, that we are somehow undeserving, or as though we are lesser or not as good as other races, is not okay. We sit here and say that white people can get together and have fun and not commit crimes against each other. 90% of serial killers are white males. Almost every single mass shooter is a white male. These are white people that go in and kill each other senselessly. No race should sit and create the unrealistic expectation that we are not allowed to commit crimes against each other. Crime is simply a thing of proximity. So it's not fair for us to sit and say, oh, well,
we're going to rewind that.
Commit crimes against each other, that we are somehow undeserving, or as though we are lesser or not as good as other races, is not okay. We sit here and say that white people can get together and have fun and not commit crimes against each other. 90% of serial...
Hold on, guys.
killers are white males. Almost every single mass shooter is...
Now I heard from some stupid fucking dude. That's another content. Talking said that there are so-called Black serial killers. I would like him to not use data, but give me scenarios of articles of 50 Black so-called serial killers. I'll wait. What they said, not overnight, that's almost 100%, is known to be serial killers, where they chop your body up, do whatever, and put you over in dumpsters or whatever for months, years. Sometimes they even do as well, find ways to dispose of your body. And really, sure, I wish I was on that same path. And mind you, I'm glad that the dude that did that content took it down and put it somewhere else, because to put that garbage saying that they're so coping as Black serial killers and they're just as much as more than white ones is telling. And I think that's what was laid out, but I don't know.
Is a white male. These are white people that go in and kill each other senselessly. No race should sit and create the unrealistic expectation that we are not allowed to commit crimes against each other. Crime is simply a thing of proximity. So it's not fair for us to sit and say, oh, well, Black people commit these crimes against me worse and white people don't. At the end of the day, you are not in the white community. You are not aware of the amount of crime that goes on, but they are simply not arrested for it, and it's simply not reported. When it comes down to it, we cannot sit and say that we're only getting pulled over if we have a suspended license or if we have a light out. That is literally not true. And it's so easy to sit and say that, because if you can't see past your own front porch, just because something doesn't specifically happen to you does not mean it does not exist. I know that diabetes is the majority of Black people. I don't have it. I've never had it. But do I know that it is a thing that affects us as a whole? Yes. Just because it may not have happened to an individual does not mean it's a thing. I always wonder, what is the goal when Black people try to convince other Black people that racism doesn't exist, that the justice system is not imbalanced towards us? What are you looking to gain from that? And what do you do when the situation happens where it is you and that hot seat? Because the reality is that it happens to any of us.
Fucking dumb.
Let her finish.
I don't give a nigga. This is dumb.
Let her finish. I don't give a fuck if it's dumb, Logic.
Can you please? She said she got these stats.
Logic. Breathe and go eat your damn DoorDash sushi. Calm the fuck down. Let her finish.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the jury, far and above, near and close, what have you learned? There's a lot of emotional niggas on this panel. Even me, I don't have this emotion if the information was true or not. You're not gonna see me say, stop her, shut up. I think a certain black men have a propensity of a certain, issue with a lot of black women. Especially if she's dropping something that's uncharacteristic about the norm, what they hear about us as niggas. There's a lot of soul searching has to be met with a lot of these niggas out here, especially some of the brothers. You cannot have a certain outburst and emotional response because you're hearing certain information that's foreign to your cranium. I mean, we should be at the end of be our own keeper. But anyway.
She can finish.
Okay, let her finish then.
I'm just saying, ma'am, can you drop the stats in the back chat? I would like to review it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, you can go check out my most recent video. I dropped all the receipts, articles in there. I'm not about to sit and type that in here. I have it all in there. You can go look at it.
Why are you so triggered by her?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, sis. It's like the amount of triggering. I'm really trying to understand why. I'm confused.
It's because you triggering.
Everything you said was true.
No, it's not.
It must
90%
ring
serial
true in
killers.
some
No,
way
no.
because
Okay,
I can't
90%
believe
serial
the
killers are
screaming,
not
yelling,
white.
and cussing.
That's not true.
And why are you screaming and yelling and cussing at a woman?
Because you are insufferable, 60 Goddess. I would have to be on blotter
I've
ass
been on this
DMT
panel
and
for
mustard
5
to be
minutes.
around you.
I'm
You are
insufferable.
keep fantasize about
Let me ask you one question.
No,
He clearly, girl, he stalked
you
me
came
clearly.
in disrespecting me, so I'm gonna disrespect you.
I did
How
not
did he
disrespect
You
you.
did disrespect me.
And you're not going to disrespect me. I can promise you that. You're absolutely not going to disrespect me.
We're not going.
You're a single mother. You're 35 years old. Get out of here. Take care of your child.
Hold on.
Why is he?
Wow.
Hold on. Pause.
Wow.
Chaotic. When it's your channel and you host, you can do whatever you want to do, bro.
Yes.
All right. Right now, I'm moderating this shit right now.
I got you.
All right. 6, I appreciate you. Stay up if you want. You're more than welcome. Please, family, be respectful. Like, what the fuck? Scam. What you got for us, man? Welcome to the show.
Chaotic thinks because he's in the upper left corner that he thinks that because he's in JR's little spot
And he's
Look, Chaotic been on that all
and he
night.
just insulting people left and right
I got
today.
you, ladies.
and he started off with it when you
Like, he
asked
came
for
at
it.
me when I first got on here. Like, why do men sit and talk your page? They sit and talk everything about you and then claim they don't like you. He talking about my height, my age, my child. Meanwhile, I don't know anything about you. Like, sir, you're clearly obsessed with me.
Who said I didn't like you? I said
You're obsessed.
I never said I didn't like you.
You're
I never
just
said
called
that.
me
I said you are
insufferable.
insufferable. Yes,
You're
that doesn't mean I don't like you.
obsessed with me,
Insufferable.
sir.
You are a nag. You nag.
You are
That's what
literally
you're doing.
obsessed with me. You're in love with me.
I'm not in love with you.
You're absolutely in love with
Hey,
me.
first of all, you're a single mom. I would never be in love with you.
You're in
Second
love
of all,
with
I'm
me
married.
and you're obsessed.
Well, I don't know about that, my dude. If you don't have no kids and you say you're married, I'm not sure what you wait for. It's hard for me to believe that you say you're not gonna give this woman a time of day. You know a little bit too much about this chick, bro. It is giving somewhat of stalker's vibes, personally. And see, this is what I tell you about. There's a lot of trolls in the space of YouTube. Personally, they really look and fact check certain people, not in depth, but just enough. Especially if you're a woman and a dude like this knows a little bit too much about you. It is giving some creepish vibes, weirdo vibes. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I see it personally. But anyway, let me see if there are any comments left there. The only black serial killer I can think of is Leon Davis Franklin, Jr., also known as the Grim Sleeper. He reign of terror stretches from 1984 to 2007. Dude actually worked as a mechanic for LAPD. Damn, that's a period of 23 years. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? But it tells you right there that that's only one. And like I said, I need at least 50 of these motherfuckers. That's a long time. That's a very much a long time.
Right now. Stop.
Clearly, you're obsessed.
Thank you, Logic, for that. Listen, okay. 6. Thank you. Please stay up. Chaotic. I'm asking y'all for grace, please. We got to get through these calls. Y'all see the timer. All right? I got to work in the morning. I want to fuck around with y'all. Scam, what you got for us, man? Welcome to the show, Scam. As always, brother. What's the word?
Oh, man. Am I going to be able to get 8 words out? Damn.
Yep. Nobody's going to interrupt you because Lodge's going to set the timer up for you in a second. Lodge's going to hit you with the timer.
Oh, well, there is no black community. It's dead. All this chaos that I see, this actually, I don't even have to say that many words. This proves what it is.
Exactly.
Does anybody want to participate in this?
All right, what you got?
Put your family in this? Are you serious?
Why are y'all here? Why are you here?
You're participating in it right now.
These women cannot listen to you.
3 seconds.
You have been talking about how black panels are, and you knew that everyone here was black. You came here anyway. I'm trying to figure out what is
I'm just letting y'all know. Scam is 18, 19, 20 seconds in. He's got 120 seconds to get his points out. We on timers right now.
It's a shame. But it's usually the women talking over the men, and it's usually some dudes talking some old stuff and whatever. But when I go to the black community, which doesn't really exist, I look around, all I see is wigs. Wigs and more wigs.
Now, you know, this man's trolling like a mug right here. Tell me, say the black community exists, but you see wigs and wigs. Yeah, I guess you see a lot of wigs, and you're indulging and pumping these wigs, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying. But, you know, niggas are going to be niggas.
I look around, all I see is wigs. All I see is wigs.
Wow. Wow.
Scam, you stayed up for that, man.
I had points, but they just wouldn't stop talking. They just wouldn't.
But let me ask you this. So since when, as men, did we start navigating how we conduct ourselves?
There is no we. We is done.
The men are done?
No, men have decided we ain't participating in that.
So
I'm going independent because we can't work with this. This is death. That's a heart attack waiting.
Okay.
Ain't nobody work with this. Look at it. Would you take $20,000 and invest in this? Can you build with these people?
Well, I'm not the one said that men should be building with men. So
that's why they're jumping ship and going independent. This.
All right. If that's what it is, Scam. Simp Panderson. You got too many names for me, brother. Let me move on to Jay Prince. Logic say your time is up. Reset that timer, Logic. We go ahead. Jay Prince, we staying on this timer, bro.
All right.
Nice shirt, though.
Oh, thank you. I want to go back when y'all was talking.
Hold on, with Joe Torre looking at.
Let me check who wrote in the comment sections. I live in LA for only 9 years, but I heard of the Grim Sleeper. Yeah, man. I think the guy that Joe Average put out here, that's pretty serious. If a man was able to commit that many murders in a period of a generation, tells you that no one's was expecting that. I think he outdid the DC Sniper back in 2000. I think it was 2000. Okay, bro. D Sniper was doing some damage, and D Sniper was a Muslim dude. If y'all remember, recall that, or a Sudi Muslim. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Man, with that shirt on, bye.
They look at you, you gonna roast me already. Look, you done took up 20 of my seconds, and I get 40. Now, look. I want to go back when y'all was saying with the what women want from a man, and y'all got on the topic about the safety when they got off that. I think that women want more safety before provision. I'm giving you a little side note. Like when I was with my girl that I was with like for 5 years, right? She's real beautiful and everything. I got her tattoo, whatever. In our first in the beginning of our relationship, she should be treating me all kind of way, making me feel like, like I'm should be grateful to have her, right? And I didn't have much then, right? But we went to the club, right? And this dude was sitting up there, was trying to holler at her, and she kept saying, "No, I got a man, I got to do whatever." But he got disrespectful. Then I hopped in, and we got violent. And she seen in that particular incident, I won with the little physical battle, whatever. Ever since then, she was more submissive to me, to the point where it been times like in the beginning of our relationship, I didn't have a dollar. We lived in my van, and men was still trying to holler at her, and she still stuck in that van with me and was shooting men down in the beginning of our relationship. So yes, I believe that women would rather have a man that's willing to protect them and make them feel safe more than provision. Because women will ride with you and help you, build to get to whatever point that y'all need to get to. But she need to know if a woman got a man and men don't know if other men don't know that her man will ride for her, she in a dangerous situation. Ladies, if y'all get with a man and other men don't know that your man is crazy as hell and won't play about you, you in a dangerous situation. You might as well let dude go.
All right, Jay.
I mean, somewhat I agree with that. Once you soak your seed in that chick, and she never been, I guess, had more than one mate, you might be good, bro. Because she's able to still pair bond with you. And we look at the modern woman today, she has very little empathy and very little capability of pair bond with the mate because she's been taking too many essence. They've been flinging and opening up their pussy to random men, and it has its consequences. And if you want to understand more of the consequences and what to do, go check out Queens of Virtue. See right here? She'll give you her type of femininity and how to move about in these streets, ladies. Hit her up. Let me see. Yeah, he is moist. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was giving the vibe that he's very moist. It's like he can't wait to sink his teeth into a woman. Very moist, brother.
Friends, now I gave you extra 20 seconds because you said I took some time off.
Yeah, man, I was finna get to the last point.
No. You got your own time of the night. Sit your ass right there. Sit your ass right there.
What y'all think about that, though? What you think about that, Willis?
Nope. We on timers tonight. I'm gonna be in Milwaukee in June for Juneteenth, I think.
I have an opinion, Mr.
Juneteenth dead.
I have an
Milwaukee.
They Juneteenth. They done shot up Juneteenth so many years. People don't really go no more.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Chaotic.
Jay Prince, salute to you. So I think we've spoken. I'm a solution-based conservative content creator. The solution is to stay away from niggas, particularly black clubs, because you go to these clubs and these things happen. People are disrespecting. You said a man was disrespecting your girlfriend, correct?
Right.
And that's typically what happens when you go to these places. you know, the best thing to do, and I know you're grown, but I'm just saying this, and I said this earlier, a nice walk in the park. I don't know if you're by a beach, something safe where there's other groups of people around, because there's a major problem that goes on in these communities. And I know people are going to get upset with me. They're going to pretend like they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But you yourself said that you had to get violent with another black man because that black man disrespected your wife or significant other. And this happens all the time. And that's all I'm saying. I do consultations on this with the black problem.
You do consultation? This nigga does consultations? Who here wants paid? I want someone to give me, if y'all still in the chat room, give me number one. How many will you be comfortable to go pay for a consultation with this man named Chaotic Truth? 1, yes. 2, or you can say no. 1, yes. 2, no. And if you say no, give reason why you won't pay for a consultation with this weirdo here. Let's keep going.
And we are a violent culture, and we need to address this. But salute to you, sir, for taking up.
Why are we violent? Hold on, guys.
Yes, sir.
I got you, Jay Prince. I know how you do, JR. We might need to look at getting him a contract to get him his own show because I know he'd be wanting to cook, and I get it because the question that I would have for Chaotic Truth is, I need you to show me where you implemented these solutions that you speak of and they work. Don't do it. It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical. You can come back to it in after hours if you're gonna stick around for after hours. Jay Prince, if you want to stick around for after hours, we can get into it then. But right now, we're gonna get to Tamikia. Tamikia?
Hey.
Did I say it right, Tamikia?
No, it's Tamika.
My bad.
Hey, Tamika.
Why you not cammed up? You the youngin', right?
I am.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's late, y'all.
Yeah.
It's really late, y'all. It's like 2:00 in the morning. Y'all tripping. People gotta work in the morning, but I did need to get on here. Is it chaotic? Dang, 6 dropped down. I'm so sad.
Yeah, salute to you, by the way, Tamika.
How are you doing, sir?
Well, you know, I live in the greatest country on the planet.
I believe that.
I'm in all health, and I'm doing awesome, just like any other day. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know, why did you think it was okay to come undone in the manner in which you did with 6 on this panel as a grown man?
Okay. Hear me out for a minute. Let me answer your first question. I know when dealing with black people and their questions, you're going to ask me a question and talk over me. Not you, but that generally happens. 6 the Goddess, if you go back, came on this panel. She didn't say, "Hey, Chaotic Truth. Hey, how you doing, brother? Awesome. Good day to you," like you did. You came on very pleasant and nice. 6 the Goddess didn't. 6 the Goddess said, "Where your parents from? Where it is from?"
Well, you got to understand, she came here to ask a question. Now, could she have been more humble in the tone? Yes. But for sake of conversation, how you carrying, we'll let that slide for now. We'll let her question slide without greeting you. Let's see who's on here. Let's check. See some comments. Where is it? All right, I don't know. What kind of counsel does he do? I don't know, Queen Virtue. If she's counseling young people in how to get their life together or relationship advice, he's the last person to be going for anybody to go up for any consultation. You see how he carries himself, ranting, and even go as far as getting an emotional tantrum over one question? Do you want to spend money on a person that can't keep his emotions in check? Let's keep it real. Yep, there's one. Facts. Yeah. I'd rather get consults from a raping pit bull. Yeah. Yep.
To me, that is offensive. It is offensive because she is implying something. Now, she didn't say what she was implying, or she didn't say it, but what she is implying is that I don't have a right to critique the very same community that I've taught in, that I worked in the courts for, and that I've done all types of community service engagement for with my fraternity and with other social organizations that I've been a part of. There is a major problem in the Black community. I don't care about what happens in rural white communities, in Asian communities. I'm not Asian. I'm not white. I care about Black people. I don't have to worry about white people gunning me down or doing anything to me. That's Black people. So what I'm saying is that I have solutions on the Black problem. And one of them is when I said, or I don't know if you've been listening to the entire show.
Yes,
one of the problems is that Black people should embrace conservatism. Conservatism being going back to how Blacks were in the past.
What the fuck is this conservatism these dumb fuckings talking about? I understand why these niggas keep using it. And I've talked to other brothers in the space, and I have to agree with these same brothers. Even one, Charles Faulkner Jr., he asked, what the fuck are you conserving? People need to start asking Negroes this question of conservatism. You are not in any position to be conserving anything, in my opinion. But she wasn't even disrespectful when she asked him the question. He flew over the cuckoo's nest. He did, Aaron Collins. It was a simple question, sir. Yeah. Queen's virtue. That's right. Yeah, man. Conservatism. We can get the fuck out of that shit.
The importance of nuclear families.
Wrap it up, bro.
Yeah, I got you. The importance of not doing drugs and alcohol, and the importance of women, especially being domestic. Even if we just did those little snippets, we will be a step closer to eliminating a lot of the social ills in our community. But 60 Goddess didn't want to hear that from me. She came on, where your mom, who your mom, where they from?
That's not at all what I said. You're gonna stop lying on me. No, Willa, I'm sorry. Willa, I'm sorry. He lied on me, so I get to defend myself.
You good.
Excuse me.
Now, yeah, this motherfucker did lie. And as I'm going through this, I noticed one chick. While the conversation was getting interesting, she up here in the same panel eating some chicken wing. Yeah, bro, black people, we gotta do better. I gotta be honest, we gotta do better. Y'all hear me? Oh gosh, something just happened, guys. All right, I'm not sure when I went blackout. Let me see if I'm back on. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Are we good? We're good. Let's continue, guys. Sorry about that. All right, let's go.
All you gotta do is go back and listen to it.
No. You're not gonna lie on me. I did not come on here talk about who your mom is.
I got you. Sis, I got you.
No, I would like to speak for myself, please. I would like to speak for myself, please.
You gotta relax, bro.
I would like to speak for myself, please.
You will, sis.
Okay. Now we're gonna speak on what actually happened. That's one thing, but you're not gonna come in here and you're not gonna lie on me. I came in here and I asked you, where are your parents from?
Why did you cut off to me? She wasn't done, man.
Pause. Everybody pause. At some point, y'all gonna have to let me, like I've been asked to run this, y'all gonna have to respect that and let me run it. I'm asking y'all respectfully. We'll give everybody their time. Tamika, you deferred your time to Chaotic. He took up your 2 minutes. He actually took up, like, we gave him an extra 30 seconds. So I'm gonna have to give 6 an opportunity to respond. We're not going to do a back and forth on this one. 6 is going to respond, and then we go into Nathan. Y'all want to tune in for the after hours and finish it there? Then we can. But we got to move this along. Whatever other callers we got left, because we coming up on 5 hours. People got to go to bed. They got to work in the morning. We do the after hours, and then we get it in that way. JR, is this the last one?
Oh, Lord. Why did you bring her up here?
Hold on.
I was nice to you, Chaotic. I just want to make that point. I did not cut you off. I didn't do any of those things that you said, but why is she on this panel?
Hold on. She's entitled to be on the panel. She's sports.
All right. Let me see what's saying in the comment sections. This guy Chaos Truth sounds borderline manosphere in his behavior. Yeah, he's very much in a worse way. The men are on a timer, and the women talk when they want. Yeah. Do just land your plane. Yeah. Yes, now we can. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can hear you now. Okay. To be honest with you, Eric Collins, when I came across this, the guy that runs the channel, I think is the guy named JR. Personally, he's running his channel, but as you can tell from the whole stream, it don't seem like he got real control over the whole situation, which he should, but that's another story. Caltrip is an incel. It's obvious, and that's possibly so. And how he's carrying himself towards the opposite sex is very telling. Every y'all remember, and Queen Virtue, if you could vouch for me for this one. Remember you did a video about this thing about red pill rage and how these men should not be following pills because it's going to lead them to the realms of the same sex. And you know, majority of the content creators that are pillars are in relationships and married with women. Did you know that, Queen's Virtue? I'm saying this because a lot of these dudes that don't got their mind right and their life together in order, it's hard for me advocate to them that they shouldn't try seeking women, but you're gonna have a hard time, especially you're not ready mentally, spiritually, and etc. I mean, you might have the money right, which is good, but if you're not right on the other areas, these chicks out here, these modern women, are gonna run your pockets dry. Trust me, I think Snapchat, especially now, is full of debauchery. They got a lot of chicks selling their pussy on Snapchat like no other. I tell you, this being out here. If your mind ain't right, brothers, and you got no guidance or brothers you can lean on to, you will get into red pill rage very quickly. Yeah. And incels with red pills mentality, extreme, unstable, and possibly dangerous. Yeah, I mean, someone could be dangerous nowadays. I mean, but you know, like I said, no man's gonna put himself in a position where he's gonna be locked up and be somebody else's bitch. It ain't gonna happen. Let's keep going.
So, but we're gonna let 6 Logic, and you can start the 2-minute timer. We're gonna let 6 respond, and then we're gonna get to Mr. Nathan. Okay. Chaotic. I need you, if you have a point, I need you to just put a pin in it. I don't think 6 going nowhere. So I just need you to put a pin in it, then we'll go back to it in after hours.
I'm respected, sir. I'm on mute.
Thank you, sir.
I'm a piece.
Go ahead, Logic. Go ahead, 6.
Okay. First of all, I will not be lied on. I did not come on this panel and disrespect anyone. I did not come on this panel and say who your mama is. I came on this panel and I said, sir, where are your parents from? So I just want to make that clear. I don't know this man. I did not come on here and disrespect anyone. Second of all, I think it's very ironic to sit and say that it's black people who are violent when white people have literally went around committing genocide, mass shootings, stealing people's land, and are the #1 serial killers in the entire world. It's the irony, but it kind of just shows his mind and where it's at and how he perceives things. Because even when I, as a Black woman, came on here and respectfully asked, where are your parents from? The way he heard it was, who your mama is. So it goes to show that even if we are conducting ourselves in a normal manner, he has his mind made up already as to how he will digest it, which is why I wouldn't really even continue to entertain this conversation with him. But I want to make it very clear that I was lied on, and I did not come on this panel and say who your mama is. And that's all I will say. I only debate my equals, everyone else I teach. If you are uneducated on how all this works, and you already have your mind made up to hear things in a certain way, and that white people are good and we are bad, then I won't have any conversation with you. But I want to make it very clear, I did not come on here and disrespect anyone. And do not speak to me any further. I do not give you consent to speak to me. You were extremely aggressive towards me, and I'm scared. And I would appreciate if the other men on the panel would enforce my saying I do not consent to him speaking to me any further, and help me enforce that against him. Thank you.
Let me take a look, see what y'all guys say in the chat room. Let's look. Okay. It was a simple way. Okay, we saw it already. Here we go. Yeah. And let's be honest here, people. Throughout the whole, stream, it's gotten chaotic. He has lived up to his name. I'm not sure who's more chaotic, me or him. Makes me have to research myself, because I don't think I got into the depths of chaos that I should. But to find that this cat, he is full-blown chaotic. I think somebody asked him to come on that show to really fuck it up, in my opinion. And a lot of people say that using his name is not really a good thing. I say I don't give a fuck, because, like I said, I see the world as in chaos, and there has to be some restored order. I don't care what they mean by definition of order, because when people think order, they think it's something that could be physical. It could be all encompass of things. See, people forget physicality is the last straw. It's the last sense of urges of things, of dealing with things. If all else fails. And let's be honest. She's asking and begging the person that runs the panel to tell this fuckboy stop talking to her, which he will not oblige. In my opinion, reason why, because you are there for entertainment. You're there to cause turmoil, confusion, disorder. So that's why he allowed this dude to run his mouth the way he did. And then when he was trying to be out of order, telling how he should run his panel and get rid of you, is very much telling that he cannot confront and have constructive dialogue with the opposite sex. And that's a sad thing, personally. But let's keep going.
All right. So wait, because I said at the outset, I'm asking for men to be disciplined, because I said at the outset I'm going to allow her to respond because you invoked her name. Yes. And then if you have something else, I'm asking you to put a pin in it.
No, it's not about her. It's not about her. I do have to.
So I do want to get to Mr. Daly.
Okay. Again, I'm real quick.
Wait, hold on. Logic, restart the timer, because I'm going to give him 60 seconds on this.
Okay. We got to use timers, though.
Oh, okay. It says 60
seconds.
Okay. Again, and I'm going to respect the request. If America or any other Western country is so bad, there are 60 plus African and Caribbean nations where Black people are the dominant population. Some countries have 99.9% Black Bantu African people, like Liberia does, for example. So if America is so bad, so racist, so oppressive, leave this great capitalistic country that has a great infrastructure, great education system. You could be anything you want to be here. Leave this country and go live in one of these beautiful Black African or black countries that people supposedly love and adore. So go there. I digress. Thank you, brother.
Now, it's interesting that Chaotic Truth proposed that to said American man and woman, ADOS especially. But my question, Mr. Truth, how you know most Americans not doing that already? Now, I'm not proposing that most people should be leaving their native countries per se, personally. But if you are going to leave, it should be in the offices of attain something much greater or more greater value, and maybe eventually, if you do it well, attain some form of power that not only you could facilitate yourself, but bring back to your people. Now, we live in a global system right now. And I always advocate most black people should be able to travel and see the world as is and have a clear understanding and network very well with other people. See, is the problem is that people don't understand is no one is saying that you should not travel or whatever, but it's how you're going about the traveling. And I think with most black people, or majority of a lot of black people, we waste a lot of time when we get out of our comfort zone and just travel just to get out. You got to look at the world as an oyster of opportunity to not only make money, also meet other people and see what you could do, what they could do, and make it come together to make something happen. We should not be saying to say, I'm leaving one country, go other to do other degenerate or preposterous things. No, you go there to network and build something and eventually bounce around from your homeland back to your actual land. That's not your origin. And I think a lot of black people, if y'all never noticed this and learn this well, most people that's foreigners that leave their hometown or their home country, native land, it's like more than half they will not go back. And for whatever reason, they don't want to go back because they say the government is too corrupt. They have no control, except I get it. But really, truly, you come here not to network with black Americans and see to help their plight to bear their situation. You come here to parasite and steal and consume just like everybody else. And it tells you for most people, if your end game is to go to another land and take up everything and not give in return, it's a problem. So yeah, there's a lot more African countries or countries that's black origin out here. The majority of Americans, either they have the capability or not, they should not be running from their problems, like how most foreign blacks have. So we can't have a race of cowards, and when things get rough, they want to escape and run. You don't get nothing out of it. You don't build nothing out of that. And it's going to come to a point that, as a race, where are you really going to go? It's going to point where they're going to put your back against the wall. Then what? That's the question you should be asking. So let me keep running this. Oh, and a side note, Gail, I don't mind you dropping other links. For the purpose of today's stream, not right now. I want people to just focus in. Now, if people come up and for a reason, I'll ask if you're around to drop their links. For those to look for them throughout the end of the stream, if you can. But for today's stream, I'm refraining for now. If you can. Thank you.
Got you. I want to get to Brother Nathan. Real quick. Welcome to the show, Brother Nathan. You are now rocking with the greatest.
Man.
For the panel, man.
Jesus Christ. I feel like I stepped into World War V up in here. Y'all going back and forth. This shit is wild.
Oh, one thing. Let me do this. I forgot to read the comments. Hold on, guys. What's good, Shatter? Excellent. Okay. Nope. I would never relinquish my U.S. citizenship, although my father told me before he passed that I should get my dual citizenship from Jamaica. If you want to come up, Shatter, we could probably have that conversation if you can. Chaos, I just realized that I know who Cal Troop is now. I was actually on a panel with him a few months ago and had a conversation with him. Okay, do you remember the conversation per se? Thank you, Gail. All right, let's keep going.
You know, I came to kind of make some corrections on some of the information that was being put out, statistics that was being talked about in reference to policing, reference to the violence in our communities. I don't know where Six got us. What's her name, Six? Well, I don't call nobody gods, but wherever Six went, her information was grossly inaccurate. And I just believe that if we're going to be educating our people on facts and truth, we need to make sure we have the accurate information, and we need to make sure we have a proper discussion about it. Since this channel, the Peace Channel, is a very powerful channel, you know, it commands the attention of a lot of our people in our community. And if we're going to talk about information regarding the Black community in reference to police relations, deaths, we need to have accurate information. And so everything that I heard her say was grossly inaccurate. And I think it's something that needs to be discussed. I mean, we could talk about it one at a time because there's a lot of information. If you want to start with one section, we can pick it apart. We can start.
Maybe you and Six can team up and y'all do a YouTube discussion. It sounds like a fire show. Approach her in the right manner, and I think she'll be down to have the conversation. She's really cool. I watch your channel and I support her. And Nathan, I like your perspective. I think it'll be an awesome conversation for the culture to see.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Mm-hmm.
Nathan, what was something that you heard? Because I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was said.
That was actual fact.
So I know this isn't my channel, but you guys, to be honest and be completely honest, I'm very transparent. It's very impossible to have a conversation with people arguing and going back and forth. So if someone's talking, I just ask that if I'm up here, let's all just be respectful, because we can't educate anybody if we're going back and forth, cutting people off. All right. When we have these discussions and these conversations, emotions need to be out of it. I can show you guys where to find the information, how to look it up yourself, CDC, FBI facts, but honestly, guys, we cannot have this conversation with people and their emotions, because it's a difficult conversation to have. All right. So,
I'm sorry. Hold on one second, brother. Mm-hmm. Logic. I know people were cutting.
All right. I see. Shatter in it. Let me read one more comment and bring up Shatter. He was talking about the type of man who he wanted to be with. By the way, I think that the conversation we were just listening to him on was from the yeah. We know that. I ain't gonna give that, man. All right, Shatter. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Before I continue, matter of fact, let me keep playing before I give my take on a lot of things.
All right.
In on him, I'm gonna offer him grace. Can you reset the timer, Nathan? I want to give you an additional 2 minutes, respectfully, to address one thing that you heard that Six said, and nobody's gonna cut you off.
Sounds good.
Address it. And if anybody has something to add or to, I guess, counter or whatever, I'm just asking that you put a pin in it really quick. Logic, is you there? Logic, you off your script.
I know. Just Nick.
All right, hold on. Once it gets okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's a lot. There was a couple things she talked about. I think I heard something about slave patrols, that policing started from slave patrol. Mm-hmm. That's not true at all. That's absolutely not true. I challenge everybody to do their own research. It's not true. Slave patrolling actually started in the South. Policing already existed in the North. It had nothing to do with that. When the South learned how to police, it was already taking place in the North. The first police departments were New York and Boston, and Chicago after that. And then as policing went to the South, the slave patrols, who were actually slave patrols, they were people who volunteered to catch slaves. When their police departments formed, the slave patrols signed up to be police officers. That's the origin. All right, I have a video on my channel. I have the receipts under the video, and you can do your own research. In reference to, I believe someone said something about the homicides in the Black community. Chaotic said 3% of Black men. No, Black men make up approximately 6% of the Black community. We are about 13.5% of the population. When it talks about violent crimes, Black men commit the most of the violent offenses in this country. We commit almost half of the violent offenses in this country. Who commits the most crime in general?
That's
White people.
Yep.
White people are 60% of the population. They commit the most crimes. Blacks commit approximately 50% of the violent offenses. We kill each other approximately 7,500 homicides on average a year committed by Black people. White people kill themselves approximately a year, 4,000, and they're 60%. I think Six said something about proximity.
Before we continue, now I talked to Charles Faulkner, and he served not only in the military but also the police department for over 14 years, and just retired last year. It could have been 15, but he retired early. Now I have lengthy conversation, and y'all check out Charles Faulkner Jr. channel as well. If you're still there, Gail, if you could drop Charles Faulkner Jr. in the chat room, if you can, I appreciate it. He drops not only a lot of gems, but he talks about law enforcement and ways of how Black people could move in regards to this first world / Western world, in regards to attain some form of power. The Great Faulkner Initiative. Now, in regards to this violence and the history of cops, I'll give Nathan that. That probably makes more sense. If he has receipts, I'll look for that video.
Well, I was thinking, I'm just hearing a little bit of it because I haven't been all the way on the stream. I just got back. But I guess I could throw a caveat into it, right? As back, you can go back into the Magna Carta days, right? Okay, and then you had the magistrates and the queen and all of that shit, right? The royalty. And they had the constabulary, right? Which basically equals down to the constables, right? And then the sheriff, right? So a lot of places, like especially in Houston, where you got multi-jurisdictional. I had this conversation with Charles one day, and I was explaining to him because we were talking about jurisdictions.
Yeah.
And in Houston, basically you have Harris County, which I think is the biggest county in America, I believe. It's got, so many different constables. You got sheriff, you got DPS, you got HPD proper, and then you got township particular police. So you got so many different ones. But the constables, right, that still came out before, you know what I'm saying, the slave catchers, so to speak, what they was trying to make that argument. And I would just like to add that in there, that actually existed before what we know as the slave catchers and all of that. And then just looking at me being from Mississippi, I look at the Alabama and the Mississippi deal, how they would deputize the Klans members, which usually were the landowners, right? The plantation owners and the farmers proper. They would deputize them because they didn't have enough men properly, from the county, because they couldn't pay all of them. So they would just deputize, and it still goes on today. I used to work for a company in Mississippi that had deputized their the sheriff had deputized them basically so they could hold guns under and have basically a fake badge, which it was real, but technically it was just a deputy badge, but it was a deputized badge where they could arrest employees if they even suspected a theft. So that does exist.
Now Makes sense. Makes sense. And the funny thing, most of the things down south with slave catchers and stuff, we got to understand that they were designed because the so-called physicality of enslavement was reaching its apex and conclusion with the help of black people that made it a reality that people don't talk about. And I think one time I covered certain chapters in a book on this American Negro slave boats. I don't know if it's still on my channel. It probably still is. I might move it to a different channel. But in that information, it tells the history of things that black people did and made a conscious effort to, change the direction dynamics of America. Because let's be honest, if your ancestors did not fought and did what's necessary, majority of people in America will still be in enslavement, unfortunately. Because these people were not going to stop enslaving. Let's get that straight. Regardless of the introduction of the cotton gin. See, and people don't talk about this part of history because when you had to sit there and you had to book back, they got to keep that behind closed doors because they got to still get your labor and your energy and your soul for free without resistance. And that's something they don't talk about. You must be an exceptional slave. You must submit your will. You got to submit everything. Do not buck back. Don't do nothing. Matter of fact, take it. Matter of fact, even go as far as, well, I'm not going. I was going to get a little loose, but anyway. Let me check.
But yeah, that's usually what the manipulator type personality and the greediness of what they've done, and then to sit there and a lot of people got a lot of different views on reparations and stuff like that. But I mean, just looking at just some of the stuff that these companies who have benefited from it, and although I don't like the California governor and what they've done to their state, I do look at that as at least someone's doing something. And for all the amount of the Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jacksons making all this noise when brothers be killed, along with BLM, I'm sure that, what is that, the $6 million house that these people buy, it seems like every quarter they buy a damn house just so that they don't make money on the nonprofit thing. They just zero out the shit. And I say to myself, well, are they having a cookout over there for brothers? At least, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even having a cookout for the brothers at the damn house. And then, like I say, that $6 million that they spent, could they have not took that money and given it to some strong brothers, some lawyers that's in this type of thing that could actually make something happen? I mean, it's not $1 million. Well, actually, it is 6 million of them. But goddamn, I mean, shit, with that kind of money, it don't seem like the donations are slowing down any. You would think that they'd have a conglomeration of black lawyers, including Benjamin Crump. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and throw his name in there, or somebody on the level of a Johnny Cochran. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm missing a lot of brothers and sisters who's great lawyers who could probably take up this case and probably do it for a good rate. And put them all together, get a class action going, and at very least, you know what I mean, just make them a lot of these court cases, they would get settled out just if they've been brought to light. A lot of times these cases don't go full to term. The people who own the receiving end of all that money, they're like, you know what, this is going to look bad on PR. And right now PR is the biggest thing in the world. If they just get the case in the public eye, a lot of these companies would settle out. I mean, just look at what they do daily.
That's true. You're right. It will sell out, man. And it don't take much nowadays to make a sellout, to be honest with you. Well, let's keep going because I'm going to wrap this video up.
Proximity is irrelevant. Proximity has nothing to do with the amount of crime that black people commit against themselves. It's far too high. We're only 13%. So I don't know why people say that, and I don't know why people say disproportionate, because crime is about crime, and the effect of crime and policing has everything to do with behavior. So again, we have to be very mindful when we throw these numbers out. In reference to that, I know there's a lot of stuff said. There's just a lot of information. Like I said, we need to correct that data and that statistics. And in reference to policing, black officers started policing in this country in 1867. All right, so let's be clear. The first African Americans started policing in Alabama and that I believe Louisiana had the largest police department than Texas. All right, so we gotta understand our history before we start speaking. I suggest we bring up people who are qualified to talk about it, so that we don't confuse our community about information and spread unnecessary propaganda. That's how we get shot by the police, because we think that the stuff the media is teaching us is fact, and it's not. And just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. So for any conversation people have about what black officers have done, what white officers have done to black people, I can show you 2 other situations where a white officer has done the exact same thing to a white person. All right, so we just have to be careful. We have to be mindful. It's one thing I talk about all the time on my channel. So if anybody has any questions, I can answer anything directly.
Appreciate you, Nate. Are you willing to stay up for a second?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, thank you, bro.
Question, Nathan. Do you think that there are racist practices in the criminal justice system?
Absolutely.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah, the problem is there's racist people everywhere. And white people are 60% of the population. Black people are 13%. We don't even have our hands in businesses and professions that we should have our hands in. So the more that we don't step up and actually put ourselves in position of power, we're basically saying we're allowing white people to do the job for us. I get insulted. I get dragged. They call me names. They call me a sellout. They call me a slave catcher. They call me an Uncle Tom for being a police officer. I know black men and women who will be great police officers that want to patrol our community, but choose not to do it because they feel like they're going to be ridiculed and disrespected by their own people. So again, we have 700,000 police officers that patrol this country of 350 million people, right? And on top of that, 700,000, there's 12% of them are African American. So again, we don't have enough black people who do this job or want to do it. Fear of retaliation, right? We glorify our gang members. We glorify our drug dealers. We do not glorify the positive things in our community. So nobody wants to do the job. So if we're not present.
No, I appreciate that, Brother Nathan. I just if you're gonna hang out for a second, please do.
Let me read the comments.
I don't think it's brothers that don't want to be a part of it. I think that it's one part of it is, in my opinion, the bad rap that police officers seem to get in the community, especially brothers, right? Because of the bad connotations that police right now anyway. And I think the other part of it is that a lot of brothers don't want to get out there and be a police just because of that. You know what I'm saying? So the Faulkner Initiative, Great Faulkner Initiative, actually spells out some of that and how we can, as men, bring younger brothers in. You know what I'm saying? Have them a part of the community, because I tell people like this. I see it in other communities here. I see Vietnamese, Chinese. They go and they're there. The Dalis, what do they call
the Indians?
Sheiks, the Sheiks. The Dali, what do they call them? Forgot. I think I might be mispronouncing their name. But they wear this certain turban. They got a whole community here. Those officers control.
The Hindus?
Yeah, they like Hindus, but they call sheikhs. I think sheikhs, or I think they call sheikhs.
Shiites.
They like these the warrior Indians, man. They like sheikhs. They got the turban. You know what I'm saying? They wear the diamond in the turban and all that. And they got the sword. Their sword game is crazy, man. They shot one of these brothers not too long ago. His name was Dollywall. He was a cool deputy, man. Actually stopped me once and let me go. And he didn't give me no trouble, you know what I'm saying? And they shot him and killed him when it was like that big thing about police officers being killed, and it was a whole scandal behind that. But like a lot of these brothers would be in these neighborhoods that they patrol, they live there. And usually it's a person from the background that lives in. I'm saying that 100% of those officers in that jurisdiction are that race, but they have quite at least 30% of them. The patrol officers and the people that's in there, detectives as well, were, you know what I'm saying, of of that persuasion, that type of race. I think that would help out a lot, especially bringing people from the neighborhood to patrol the neighborhood because they know the neighborhood. I've seen in Mississippi where the judge knew all of the drug dealers, and he would sit there and joke. He was sweet on my mother, and he was trying to give me a job working for him and stuff like that. And he would just say, "Hey, man, why don't you tell XYZ they need to stop selling? They built this big old $250,000 house. We know he ain't moved in it because he ain't figured it out yet." He said, let him tell him, no, we ain't looking for him. I was like, man, I'm not finna tell that man that shit. What the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get me killed. You know what I'm saying? But it was the point. He still hasn't been busted. We'll never be busted because once again, once you in with the cops and the judges, that's how, the white people been doing it for years. You think that people in these judges' jurisdiction and shit been moving these damn money, Bernie Madoff and all the rest of the other ones that steal this money. You think the people don't know about that? That's how they get away because they actually work with the cops because they're part of that system to a detriment. But if we would just work with our own brothers to put them into a position of, law enforcement in these areas, at least for us, we would have better representation. So we wouldn't have to have a funeral every time a brother takes off running. Hey, he ain't killed nobody. He done ran a stop sign. He had some weed in the car. Let the man go. What is the use of letting the dog out on him, biting him, and shooting the hell out of it? I agree with that. That is wrong. Now murderer, child molester, something like that, yeah, shoot on sight. But I mean, for a man got weed, come on, man.
Yeah, I agree. But you see, the reason why this plan was strategized through Charles and Cerulean 3 years ago, and actually the paperback it's been sent out since 2019. The reason why it was structured like this because as a person, if you're weak, you must control the land, the seas. So you have to control your environment. So one of the things, the best way is you have to be in certain positions of power. You get me? And I know it's hard for most Negroes to understand this. To join these institutions like fire department, police department, EMTs, etc. And because these institutions, regardless if it stays intact or collapse, it's always going to be around. It's a necessity. You get me? So
the taxes in your community actually pays those officers, pays those EMTs and those firefighters their salary. If the city doing their job right, the county doing their job right, or your township doing their job right, everybody's paying their proper taxes and everybody paying the school taxes. All that goes in with it, And as the people who are paying the taxes, who are voting on these different things in this particular area, start to notice, okay, how much money do we want, allocated to this, or this is a blight on the community. Let's go ahead and fix it. If you notice in other communities, they get together and they do that. Up and until they would gentrify a whole area if they felt like it was a problem. I've seen them redline. I've seen them not put bus lines in certain areas just so people who don't have a vehicle will have a very hard time reaching that area, whether they work there and don't even live there, or whether they live there or whatever, and they don't have a car and public transport. And it's not like public transport can't get there because, like, literally you cross one street and public transport doesn't go over there because they redlined it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You're right. All right, let me see what else is writing. Hey, Black Beauty. All right, so let me keep going.
Just want to acknowledge Jedi Mike pulling up to the panel. Jedi Mike, man, we so proud of you, my G. Welcome to the panel. What you got for us, bro?
Thank you for having me. I was kind of sitting back here watching just the craziness of what's been going on for like the last 3 hours and stuff. But again, like the sentiments or whatever, I'll just share what's going on. This is absolutely ridiculous, going to a point that we are continually divided. I agree, share with Tamika. I think that on that particular topic for you, Nathan, and knowing what you do on your platform, I think it'd be a better space to have that with Six to hopefully try and break that narrative. Hopefully have a conversation. I know she's willing to have that with you. I also watch her content as well. But yeah, that's kind of like really my 2 cents on that.
I got a question.
I want to add this point, real. Check this out. In the chat right now, they calling him a pig, right?
And
so wait, let me get to this. Let me take this shit off.
That's what he is.
All right, he a pig.
Wait, hold on. He good.
I got it. He a pig.
They just called him for a pig.
No, you the dumbass niggas. I'm telling you.
Fuck you puss ass nigga. That's the dumbass nigga shit. You dumb as fuck. This man do what your sorry ass couldn't do. And
well, you 12 with him then.
Fucking pig.
You a 12 with him then.
Okay, yeah, bitch. Guess what?
Yo, Logic.
Guess
you
what?
was a bitch.
Fuck that whole shit. This is our problem.
How
you don't call that man a pig?
How come you gonna keep me with me though?
Yeah, and he probably did more in his fucking goddamn life as a cop than you did.
Guess what? You a fag.
Wait a minute.
Logic.
Come on.
Oh, this devolved quickly.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Wait.
Yeah, that evolved very quickly, unfortunately. You know.
I could smell the de-evolution on that shit, bro. That was like, man, that was like some Benjamin Button de-evolution, nigga. Quick.
Yeah, real talk.
Wait. Everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. And let me say this because I know Jay Prince still listening. Let me say this. Let me be clear.
That was just
Logic. Hold on. And that's why I was asking, let me handle that part.
No. I'm a man. I can handle.
I know you are, but I'm talking about the part where somebody's.
Rilla, I did 22 fucking years in the army.
Facts.
I done got shot. I done jumped out of airplanes. I done did all kind of crazy shit. And for some sorry ass nigga to sit here and say somebody to do something,
I agree with you.
And his ass won't do.
I agree with you.
For him to call somebody a pig and for the chat to be dropping pigs.
Mm-hmm.
That's and that's what I was about to address. I just would address it different than you, Logic. That's all I'm saying. So let me say this. Wait, Logic.
Go ahead.
Let me say this.
I had niggas die. And niggas get called pig. Niggas get called coons.
Hey, listen. Let me tell y'all niggas something.
You know what? Because I know this. At the end of the day, all that race shit go away. We deal with common sense. Everything that Nathan said was the same thing man Chaotic Truth was saying the whole night. Everything he said. He goddamn took all our talking points and put it in 5 minutes. And they can't deal with facts. So now since this man said this, now they gonna discredit him by calling him a pig. You got chats in there saying, good old boy, he's a pig.
Dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. Because if something happened to your house, your car get broken into, something happened to your mama, who the first person you calling?
The police.
With your 12 ass. And I'm gonna tell you something. I know plenty of good people in Chicago that work for CPD and Cook County Sheriff, right? I got a couple of them. I know people in Atlanta, APD, Cobb County, right? Apparently, I know 2 people on DeKalb County now, right? For y'all to sit up there and say, pig, yo, we fucked up with this 30-year mentality of fuck the police. You complain and then don't contribute to the solution. So it's easy for your goof ass to sit up there behind your keyboard and say pig. And you don't even know the work that you ain't even did the knowledge on the work that this man was doing. This man was drugged on 285. That's what the fuck Logic was talking about earlier. The person that was drugged on 285 by a black man, that's the person sitting right in front of you that you saying a pig. And you know what he could have did? And I said this on this show. He could have walked up, said, all right, niggas, y'all got it. I'm out. I got my retirement. I got myself. I got all. I'm good. And you know what he still say? I'm trying to translate. And hold on, Logic. Hold on. You can put the time on me.
I just want to address something I saw, right? Real quick, right?
Oh, I ain't looking at the chat, man.
Yeah, these guys, you know, let me think who's in the chat room.
Yeah. I was thinking like what he was saying. It makes sense, okay, because you know what we got in the community as far as the unsaid rules of the black community. It's a couple of them, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and one of them is don't talk to laws, don't affiliate with laws, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But what the man said was a point because I know some retired CPD. There's some of my family, you know what I'm saying, and I know active brothers that I enlist when I do business. And I would like to ask Charles that because he's been in the force for a minute. And what do he think? I know what I think, but I would like to ask him because he's been a civil servant and he's been in our defense of our country. You know what I'm saying? Active duty, combat time, and been seeing serious action. What would the world look like if we're going to replace the police, as there have been talking points to say, you know, we're going to do community service and, you know, we're going to go ahead and we're going to send out, you know, psychologists when a man has a gun and he's threatening to kill people or have shot people and then barricaded in there instead of us, you know, SWAT teaming it down and taking out the threat. We need to send a mediator, a negotiator who has no gun explicitly in one of these bills. It was at Minnesota, I think, and I think Oregon was doing where they're gonna send in a crisis mitigator with no gun, with the police on backed out with a man that's armed. Like that should be illegal right there. Like why would you? That person's going to die. That's not going to get the man out of there from with the hostages. So that's like that is against all logic that we know. You cannot fight. You don't go to a gunfight
With a
with
knife.
a slice of bread.
Or a
Well,
knife.
they ain't even a knife. They don't have a knife. They don't have mace. They don't have nothing. Community service worker. They say, we're going to give you some food stamps and we'll give you some housing and we'll give you only 2 years probation. That's not enough. This man don't care about that shit. He has a gun. He has already assaulted people. We cannot be sending crisis mitigators in there. We need to send fire with fire.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can do it. I mean, what would the world? You couldn't even run a successful business if you had no proper policing, man. You could not, because wherever the money is at, where do the criminals go?
And go where the money is.
All right, I rest my case.
Yeah. And another thing, and I feel like I'm out of it a little bit, but I just want to get to the part where Nathan really talks about his origin a bit. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it at this part. I'm only gonna run like 5 more minutes of this, then that probably be it.
No. I gotta address this, right? I saw Sister Goddess got in her feelings because he disproved her points, and somebody told him he was a cop, and she said, "Oh, makes sense."
Well, they can have a conversation, Logic.
See, this is.
Can I please say something? Can I
hold on 1 second. Just 1 second, please.
50 seconds. That's all I need.
I got you. And Logic will set the timer or whatever. You can do that. But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to really get my people to understand, like y'all really don't know, man. Y'all don't even know how many black police officers in Chicago retired this year. You know what type of deficit that put us in? For people to be able to police the community that my grandma live in still, the people that the people that I love in the city of Chicago, and we complain about what white officers do in our community.
Well, if the black officers served for over 20 years in the police department in Chicago, why weren't they encouraging other young black men during time to go and apply to be police officers at that time? See, this is the problem with old nigga leadership, bro. They're not willing to not relinquish power. They sit there, will hold this position until they die, and hope somebody's going to step in.
Has Jesse Jackson started any hiring campaigns for black officers to go to CPD? From I understand,
Absolutely not.
Lori Lightfoot's in control. She's black, right? I mean, from what I can tell, she has a white wife and she's blackety black. Seems like all these blackety, whether they're gay or straight, all the blackety blacks all have white spouses. Can you make that shit make sense to me? I just don't understand it. Now I understand the divestment community and all that, and I don't give a damn about a divestment. But all I'm saying is, it just seems funny that the loudest voices of the blackity black all have white spouses. It just perplexes me. I think that Jesse Jackson and Lori Lightfoot could easily put out a hiring thing for them, and since they have a liberal city that's controlled by Democrats, they should be able to lockstep all of those people together in the city of Chicago to, start getting to the bottom of maybe some of this crime. Right? Let's just go ahead. I figure the only solution at this point is to allow, without a million hoops and bullshit, allow citizens to buy pistols legally. Number one, first thing it's going to do is going to stop the illegal gun trade. Well, it's not going to stop it because it always will go, but it will. A person that don't have problems, they could buy their pistol. And now if a person had a pistol, it was a threat of a gun that you going and you robbing somebody, you going in their house or doing something like that, chances are you will think twice if you know that person got a gun. Easy victim, a sheep, a person that you know is disarmed is such an easy target.
Yeah. I agree. And one dude said that these old niggas don't teach nothing, and they won't, because they want to be the head Negro in charge. See, one thing a black man is lacking for such a long time is the pursuit and obtaining of actual power. So anytime he gets a taste of it, just a little whiff of a taste or just a smell, they're gonna try to hold it like it's dear near life or death situations. I digress.
Even when it would serve them more to delegate the power, because see, once again, once you concentrate power in one person or one body, it's easy for that body to be taken out, right? If you really was trying to do something for your people, it's easy for that body, that one person, to be taken out. Okay, when you delegate power, now that people see it's a round table, like King Arthur and them had the round table, right? You couldn't get to certain people like that. Yeah, King Arthur might have been the most powerful, but he had all kind of generals and dukes and shit up underneath him. You know what I'm saying? Knights that was on that. You had to deal with all of them. Even if you took out one, you knew it was coming. And then you would probably, all right, we're gonna have to find a different way to go at these cats, because they diversified and they multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Charles Faulkner, that multifacetedness. Now you got to take out all of them, and that is not worth what they're gonna have to do a different way. They might have to make their hand a little bit more seen. Then the unseen hand is easy to kill one person. It's easy. We've seen that with our leaders in the past.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things nowadays. But that's people for you. Let's keep going.
Y'all ain't signing up for the job. You rather run around here and say 12, fuck the police, pig. You rather hurl accusations at this man that you don't even know the work that he's done or how much he sacrificed for the betterment of our community, which is one of the things that I connect to and get skewered for, right? Like for me, I get skewered for having a heart for my community. This shit is crazy to me. That you keyboard gangsters, I ain't even looking at the chat. You keyboard gangsters and keyboard warriors would talk all this dumb shit without no information, no fact. You don't even know who the man is. And you would disparage him, as opposed to saying, man, what is it that you do actually? Let me learn your story. How can I benefit? How can I support Blue Phoenix? How can I support what you're doing? If you're going to be the translator, Chaotic, I'm gonna let you go, but I'm just saying, man, this shit irks me because this is part of what keeps us divided. Not only are we in this fake ass gender war, but now we still waging this 30-year fuck the police. The sentiment, and I heard you break this down before, Nathan, and I'm not trying to ride your coattails or nothing, but I heard you break it down before. The sentiment around that time, there was some valid concerns. There are valid concerns now. It still are valid concerns, and we can address that and have that conversation. But this whole concept around fuck police, let me tell you something. Hey, man, one of you gangsta ass niggas come around here doing some shit that threaten me and my boot thing, nigga, I'm telling. I'm telling on all you, I'm a tax-paying civilian. I'm telling the first person I'm gonna call is the police, and I hope the person that shows up looks like Nathan. Go ahead, Chaotic.
I gotta say this, yeah. Look at South Africa after apartheid. When the military and when the police were reduced, South Africans, the black ones particularly, and even to this day, are extremely violent. In Liberia, when the police force was taken away and Charles Taylor, you guys can look this up, when Charles Taylor and his son took over the country, there were horrific acts of violence that I thought I've seen some things in my life. Just check out the Civil War in Liberia and see what happens when the police and the military leave the country. There are other African nations like this. There are South Asian countries where you reduce the police, or the military is dissipated. It's utter chaos. The same thing in America. A lot of black liberals, such as a lot of the people that have been talking, they want nothing but to destroy this country. So how do you do it? You take away the police and you take away the military, and you disrespect the very same people that stand opposed to protect you. And that is a black liberal problem. You hear so many black people disrespecting the military in this country that has made our people wealthy. We black people experience more wealth and resource here than anywhere else on the planet. But to sit here and say that this man is a pig, I'm appalled by it. But it goes.
Can I respond? Can I respond?
Give me a second, sir.
Hold on, Jay Prince. You'll have a chance. Chaotic.
Everything Nathan said was respectful, and I'm glad that he condensed it and made it simple. Mine was chaotic. I will admit that. But he said the same thing that I was saying. This man put his life on the line, and he got called a pig. It's appalling, and that's why people like Candace Owens, people like Officer Tatum, people like Jesse Lee Peterson, who people clown. Black people don't like them because they are speaking facts, they are speaking logic and critically thinking, and they are pointing out black idiosyncrasies.
They still put pigs in the chat. This is crazy.
I'm taking care of
shit, Logic. You don't run nothing.
Hold on.
Shut your
nigga. Logic. I'm taking care of the chat.
Logic, you gotta relax, man. You can't control that.
I'm taking care of the chat.
This shit is real, man.
It is.
Look, no, I'm just saying, and then watch this. I'm gonna say this. Not only that, but when that woman.
All right. Let me see what's going on. It's deep rooted. Old niggas be very jealous instead of helping you. Only thing they do for you is show you how to trick with your money. True that. The super fly.
Yeah, I put that on there because for some reason that did not show up in my YouTube chat.
Yeah. But
I saw it in the StreamYard. That's why I reposted it again because I didn't see it in the chat.
Yeah. All right. Let me stop this.
I agree though. I agree with what he's saying. Superfly Gamer, you are right. I hate to make blanket accusations because there's some old niggas that have taught me plenty game. But for these newer old niggas, if that's even a way to say it, man, the man is right, man. And it ain't all, but it's too many.
I'll say this: if these old niggas are not baby boomers, is not something you want to focus on. To be honest with you, and Jess Jackson is still baby boomer, and I say that's why you have to be very selective of old type of niggas. Personally, in my opinion. Mostly
it's sad, bro, because the fact is I know a dude that is basically exactly in the same age range we talking about. Love him to death, love him like a brother. You know what I mean? But when it's come down to showing a motherfucker how to get some bread, you know, that right there is on priority 10. On priority 1 is tricking and showing, hey man, this I got this business, and I'm like, yo, that's cool, and you know, that's cool. You know, you got a purpose for what you do, and you know, hey, look, you know, hey, I'm all power to you. But like I say, when you out here paying, they like when bitches coming to you like TANF and WIC and food stamp benefits, like a certain time of the month, you know you gonna go over there and pay, and she is giving you play just to pay on that level. You is the ATM machine, and you feel happy that you've done this, and you say, "Hey man, you should do more like me," and you see what I'm doing, and I'm like, "You this old and you still doing this? Like I thought you get smarter as you got older, Chaos."
you think that we get smart when we get old, but niggas still regress. They still got a childlike mentality and childlike spirit in them. But yeah, anyway, it's somewhat late. I think I stretched enough. Any closing remarks, Shatter? Right,
so man, shit. Only thing I gotta say is that from what the stream was saying earlier, I think some of the solution what the brother was trying to bring to the table was accurate. You know, it seems to mirror some of the points that Cerulean and Gray and Charles Faulkner had brought forward with the initiative. I see that, you know, they were speaking on that. I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that we heard the back and forth between, you know, the people calling them 12 and calling them all kind of pigs, and I think the rebuttal on that was solid, and it was you know, an insightful thing to see brothers that was coming from you know, civil service and is still in civil service, and then having brothers who outside the, you know, the game and have their opinions to everybody can, you know, go back and forth. I think that was positive. You know, just even though it devolved quickly and people started yelling names at each other, but I think at one point, you know, the stream served a purpose, and you know, good find on that one, man. I think you got a good one on that. Good points need to be, you know what I'm saying, heard on that.
Oh yeah, thank you, much appreciated. And for those that listen in and will listen to the playback, please, you can share this. Please like this video on your way out or as you on your way in, and make sure you follow me on Twitter at Chaos27. You can also add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. The link I put in the chat room, and you also can find it in the About section if it's still there. And also add me on Discord as well. But like always, thank everybody for watching or listening. And like always, you know where to find me.